By the end of this video, you're going to know my honest opinion about living in China and whether or not it's dangerous. I've been living in China for 13 years. 13 years I've been living in China. What the Western media portrays and constantly says on the news, the assumptions, well, we're going to talk about that later. What have I personally experienced? Have I experienced any of this danger or not? Well, watch this video that I made. Sit back, enjoy it. Thank you for giving me a little bit of your time. And right after this short video, I'm going to come back on and I'm going to tell you my true feelings on my opinion on whether China is safe or dangerous. I'll see you in a bit.
Welcome to Expat Adventuring in Asia. I would like to share 6 reasons why I believe China is one of the safest countries in the world for foreigners visiting or living in China. Yes, in my opinion, China is a safe country. The Chinese government has a strict policy on crimes. Imprisonment ranks second in incarnations, which is behind the United States at number 1, with the country with people in prison. China takes a hard line against those who commit crimes against foreigners. This policy is aimed at both Chinese nationals committing a crime against a foreigner, as well as turning a blind eye to minor offenses committed unknowingly by foreigners. Cameras in public places. There is a massive presence of cameras in China. It feels as though you could find one in every corner, and video surveillance has always been an effective deterrent for crime prevention. In China, there is less bureaucracy to install a video surveillance system compared to the United States and Europe, and no one ever considers their privacy violated. Cameras are everywhere, and not everywhere to track foreigners. The cameras are in place for safety and security. Besides cameras outside everywhere, they are also in many restaurants and shopping malls. CCTV cameras being throughout is just a part of life in China and is not considered a privacy concern, which means more safety for everyone. Look around other countries, in major cities, cameras are popping up everywhere. For those in Western media who say the CCTV cameras in China are to track their citizens and foreign guests, think again. They are installed for safety. Travelers in China. It is common for travelers in China to take a bus, train, or subway alone at any time of day or night, with no fear of being robbed or even physically assaulted. Knowing that there are cameras in every public place you visit except the toilets and hotel rooms is reassuring. However, the locals' behavior also matters. In this sense, I have realized how China is truly a safe country. Seeing the ease with which many women walk down the streets or take public transportation alone, even at night and in the suburbs. Let's be honest, how common is the same thing in the United States or Europe? Even I have felt in danger several times walking at night in some of the suburbs of large Western cities like Los Angeles or New York. In China, it seems as though scenes of run-down suburbs and open-air drug use are like finding a needle in a haystack. I have yet to see a drug-infested area where drug addicts roam around and drug dealers selling their shit. The country is ideal for those who want to travel safely, or at least without seeing those sights. The crime rates of a country are one of the most crucial parameters to consider when deciding where to spend your holidays. In this sense, China has one of the lowest crime rates in the world. In February 2023, the number of people prosecuted for severe violent crimes was 3.9%, dropping from 25% in 1999. China is one of the countries with the lowest rates of homicide, criminal offenses, and gun-related incidents globally, as the public security situation has remained stable and improved over the past 5 years. In 2023, the total number of criminal cases decreased 12.9%, and the number of public security cases handled decreased 9.7%, compared with 2019. Among them, the number of serious violent criminal cases, such as explosions and murders, decreased 10.7%. The homicide rate in China was 0.46 per 100,000 people. Over the past 5 years, China police departments have successfully dismantled over 5,200 criminal gangs organizations engaged in illicit activities and apprehended more than 1,600 fugitives involved in criminal activities from home and abroad. The homicide clearance rate across the nation has risen to 99.94%. After traveling to different cities across the nation, some foreigners took to social media to express their satisfaction that China is one of the safest countries in the world. A woman vlogger with 44,500 subscribers posted a video about 2 months ago on YouTube. When asked whether China is a safe place, she replied in the video that China is one of the only countries in the world where you can feel safe as a woman alone. Beyond the low percentage of violent crimes and the Chinese government's efforts to guarantee safety and serenity in the country for locals and foreigners, cultural aspects are also important. In this sense, the Chinese are very hospitable towards those tourists who respect them and their country and are willing to help them whenever needed. Of course, you cannot expect the same welcome if you disrespect China and you engage in some type of depreciable behavior or say some things that would be disrespectful. Just be respectful and act how you would like to be treated and everything will be okay. Remember, you are a visitor and this is their country. Respectfulness goes both ways. Food safety. It was a series of gratuitous insults against Chinese people and culture during the height of the pandemic, based on the presumption that they don't follow the most basic hygiene standards. Besides the outrageous claim about live mice, here are 3 facts where Western media spun some stories. First, no refrigeration in China? Refrigerators not only exist in China, but are also manufactured in China for the Western market. Second, no expiration date on food. All food in China has its expiration date. Third, not a clean environment. In addition to showering regularly, the Chinese always take their shoes off before entering home. The Chinese give much importance to food safety, and each restaurant is required to follow basic hygiene rules, including keeping clean the food preparation area, avoiding cross-contamination, respecting food expiration dates, cooking food properly, and ensuring food traceability. These procedures are no different from those required by the United States and Europe. Food safety management in China is taken seriously. In my personal experiences, I have always had good levels of cleanliness in most restaurants where I have eaten in China, and I have never experienced symptoms of food poisoning. I hope that my experience can convince even the most skeptical that China is not only safe due to its low crime rate, but also due to the quality of the local food. So enjoy! We all know how annoying the airport security checks are, but it's a reason why flying is safe. We're used to throwing away water bottles and preparing our bags for inspection before boarding a plane. Yet when we take a train or subway, we don't go through any security checks. In China, however, it is necessary to have any luggage scanned by X-ray, even before taking a train or subway. The security checks are quick, and if you have a bottle of water with you, you don't have to worry. Take that final sip and throw it in the trash can, and you can move on. Undoubtedly, taking a train or subway in China is much safer than in the rest of the world. Although this does not mean that we must fear a terrorist attack every time we get on a train in the United States or Europe. In this case, China's approach follows the idea that you can never be too careful. One more reason to consider the country extremely safe to travel. Despite the widespread Western media bias, China is a safe, unique country with a rich history, a variety of attractions, and one of the best cuisines in the world. The people of China are friendly and it's very safe to live or visit, and thanks to excellent video surveillance systems in every public place and a general culture of respect for the rules, I hope this video gives you a little insight into how people like me feel safe in China, and how China makes safety a top priority for foreigners visiting or living in China. China is truly such a wonderful place for you to embrace. Thank you for watching this short video about China and its safety, and hopefully learning a little more about this wonderful country. Do me a favor, help us grow this channel by smashing that like button, subscribing, and don't forget to comment below. Now, let me tell you how I really feel about living in China. In my own words, the truth.
Well, hope everybody enjoyed that short video. Probably got a little tip on my decision on what I mentioned about my opinion on China and if it's dangerous. But don't come to a conclusion so quick. How do you define danger? Well, if you go looking for it, you're going to find it. But danger come looking for me? Is the government dangerous? Are the people dangerous? No, absolutely not. The government has been nothing but helpful. The people have been great. No trouble at all. Is China dangerous? In my opinion, that answer is absolutely no. Does the Western media portray China as being dangerous? Yes. But how can you really say that? They're not involved in any conflicts. When was the last time you turned on news and heard that China was invading a country? No. Doesn't happen. Western media propaganda against China. Trust me. I live here. It's great. In my opinion, it's safe. I feel comfortable walking around at night, during the day, different areas. I do it every single day. I'm walking around now at night, and I'll continue to walk around. Feel comfortable all the time. No issues. So again, in my opinion, the country where I'm living, China, is it dangerous? That answer is no. In my opinion. All right, so do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, leave some comments below on what you feel about China. Is it dangerous or not? And by the way, the CCP is not paying me. Okay? I got a few subscribers. I'm doing this on my own. That's the most ridiculous comments I've been getting, that I'm under the payroll of CCP. Give me a break. I'm working and living in China and speaking the truth. The truth. It's not dangerous and it is safe. The truth. So do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and pay a visit to China. See for your own eyes. Meet the people, talk to the people, get to know the people, get to know this country. It's a wonderful place. All right, I'll talk to you soon.